guys, it's Iffy here. Welcome to my channel again. Today's topic, I really want to talk about how to validate oneself, ourselves, yourself. I wrote little notes. I'm using Evernote. I just wrote down 7 tips on steps that I've taken on how to learn to validate myself as opposed to seeking external sources, opinions, anything. Before I get off on a tangent, because those of you who hang out with me, you know I go on tangents. Tip number 1, my biggest tip, and probably the biggest thing that I practice, is self-love. Righteous self-love. Doing it in a way that's unapologetic and going with it. So self-love is really where it's at. The more time and energy that we put into building our own foundation up, building our foundation super solid, and that includes speaking nicely to ourselves. Little things we say like, oh, I'm so fat today. Oh my gosh, my hair is doing something. I'm so gross, I'm so hideous. And women especially, I know us, sister friends, we do it more often than not. I know men, you guys out there can do it too. Start to talk to yourself nicer. You would not necessarily talk to your best friend. Maybe you do. But you wouldn't talk to your best friend or a loved one the way that we can internally speak to ourselves. Letting yourself get enough rest, stop running yourself ragged. Our society is always go, 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 do, do, do. Allow sleep to happen, allow just a pause, and allow breath to happen. Meditation, that's an awesome way. Keeping the company around you super positive. The 5 closest people that you have in your area, your circumference, helps to depict you as a person, which I even hate to say that, but it's true. Surround yourself with the people that you want to be most like in life as opposed to, well, the latter. I'll let you guys use your own imagination. Step number 2, listen. Okay, so listening is something that is a challenge for myself included. To listen to ourselves is to really get quiet. Start to listen to the messages of the body. And what we're looking for are the subtle messages, the nuances that you might miss if we're just busy running around crazy. Like for me, if I have an upset stomach or a migraine or any other interesting feeling, I have to check in, and first I have to say, is this mine or somebody else's? Because as a sensitive person, as an empath myself, oftentimes we are emotional sponges, but that's a totally different subject for a totally different time. An upset stomach can mean that you're not supposed to go in that direction. Your body's telling you to hold off, wait a minute. And on the flip side, if you're feeling extreme joy or happiness or excitement, those are indicators, yeah, this is a good feeling, good space. Continue to move in that direction. In fact, really just chase that feeling, because really, why do we want to live life all sad and depressed and not happy? We really want to chase the feelings of joy and happiness. Lightheartedness also is something you want to encompass that feeling and just go in the direction. And of course, life happens. We can't always be happy and lighthearted and centered all the time, but it's a practice and it's a balance just to get there. And these are practices and tools that you can use. Tip number 3, start to create a relationship with yourself. It kind of goes back to the self-love and building that foundation. I will ask myself daily, like, what do I want? What's the direction I want to go in? And constantly I'm checking in with myself on, you know, what's the next move, or how am I feeling in this space? And if it doesn't feel good any longer, even if it doesn't make any logical sense to me, I stop. That is a sign for me to not move in that space anymore. The times that I have moved into the direction when I've been feeling the anxious or the gut weird feeling, it has always, and I hate the word always, but it's always proven out to be not the energy or space I need to be around. And I don't realize it in the time, but I will always I'll realize it later. I found when I wasn't checking into with myself daily, I was tapping into more of the space of the sadness and the depression and just kind of lingering there, sabotaging myself. So for me, I'm an emotional eater, I am no longer an emotional eater. Language is important, friends. I would emotionally eat. So I would want to fill my void with tasty, bad for me foods. I used to have impulse buying, so I'd want to buy random things that make no freaking sense for me to have, or nor do I need them, but I'd want to buy these things to fill a void, to a place of creating that relationship with myself, the healthy dialogue, the self-love, building my foundation up. I was able to get to the root. My overeating at one point in my life, I realized it was because I was sad in this department, or I felt like I was lacking in a certain department. And just kind of maneuver, and move through that space as best you can. Be patient, be graceful with yourself. It is a practice. Number 4, get in touch with your inner 3-year-old. Treat yourself like you in your current body, in your current space, you're like the mama or the papa bear. Your inner 3-year-old is the baby bear. When we can treat the dualities within us as a whole, it helps us to move through our spaces faster. When we're kids, our inner children, we're striving to be accepted, to be loved. We're wanting to make our adult figures, society happy in life. We're little people. We don't know any better. We're just trying to do our best. When that can happen, for me, I have to just be like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why do I want to throw a tantrum? Why am I reacting to this certain thing? I can check in and, oh, what do you need right now, little Iffy? What do you need, little Iffy, to make yourself feel better? I need a hug. I need to be told that I'm loved. I like to check in with that little person inside of me, ask what she's feeling, what she's needing in that moment, and let her know that it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay no matter what, because we have each other's back and we can move forward. And it might sound silly, but that type of connecting and self-love, even to get to your root, really helps to move you forward in your space of validating yourself versus seeking the external outside sources. Step number 6, stop judging how you feel. Stop judging yourself. On my daily journeys through life, just talking to people and even in my own experience, we tend to judge and criticize the feelings that might surface within us. Stop doing that. Why do we do that? That's the bigger question. We judge ourselves because we're told throughout society in our life, suck it up, pull up your big girl panties, keeping oneself so busy that we avoid the situation at hand. My suggestion is to give yourself time and space to just be. Let the feelings happen, let them come up. Don't attach things to it. Don't attach a judgment to what is happening. I'm crying, I'm a weak person, I need to stop crying. No, stop that. Let yourself cry, let yourself experience it, because your body, your soul is trying to release whatever that feeling is so you can move past it. If you need to scream, I love to go into my garage, into my car with my garage door shut and scream at the top of my lungs. It really just helps me, I don't know, it releases something amazing. If you need to get angry, go punch a pillow, go take a kickboxing class and write it out. Instead of reacting to what the emotions are coming up as, observe them from the side and be like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what needs to be expressed. How can I try and channel that into something a little bit more positive? I'm speaking for myself. There have been moments in my life that I've not listened to my inner child and I just wanted to throw a tantrum and scream and cry, and I felt like I had to let everybody else know why I was screaming and crying too. It's not their stuff. They don't need that stuff. I don't need to express myself in that way, which can affect other people's emotions too. Being responsible for our emotions, how we show up in life, if that makes sense. Any questions, you guys, post it down in the comment boxes down below and I'll answer your questions, just so that way we're understanding each other. Last and final, step number 7, get real with yourself. And this is something I have found difficult for me to do, and I see and just experience through my clients and my students, it's difficult for everybody. It's all of humanity that it's difficult for, but to get real with ourselves. So the way I look to get real, I treat everybody in life and every situation in life as a mirror of myself. So if there's an unsatisfactory person in my life, their energy, what is it that I need to gain from that experience? And sometimes it has really truly nothing to do with me. I just need to set a boundary and call it a day and release that person from my life. But a lot of times it can really be like, okay, this is showing up, I'm feeling this way, what do I need to learn to move myself forward? Getting real is really just acknowledging what is happening, treating yourself with grace, being honest about what is coming up, letting yourself kind of ride through it as gracefully and easily as you can to help you learn and evolve and grow. And so you can help to teach other people the lessons, because all of this is a ripple effect. We teach, we give, we learn. We teach, we give, we learn. It's all like that. The more we can get real with ourselves and the more we just tap into that space, we have the best gift to give ourselves, which then in turn help to give to other people. And that is truly awesome. Trust your inner intuition. We're all fabulous when we get to the point of asking the question or asking advice from somebody else. We 9.5 out of 10 times, we know it already within ourselves. Really, why are we asking, right? When we learn to trust ourselves, and I'm not saying you won't need to seek external validation or opinions or advice from other people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying once we learn to trust ourselves first and foremost and put ourselves first, we don't have to waste as much energy in a space seeking approval, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're seeking approval from other people when we're asking for their advice and so on and so forth. Not all the time, but a lot of times. Let me know, does this resonate with you? Does this jive with you? I really want to know, what is a way that you love yourself? Do you meditate? Do you take baths? And what else do I want to know? What is your favorite fruit? I'm looking at bananas right now in my kitchen. So what is one of your favorite fruits? I want to know. Post it down below. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. I just love you guys, and I'm grateful for this journey shared with you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Share it if you know anybody else would use this message, and make sure you subscribe if you want to see more of this mug. And I will see you guys later. I'll be posting a video every single day this week. Let me know what you want to see. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This thumb, and yeah, on other